A mother guides her children into an unseen world looking for a better future. Jahan, a 34-year-old Syrian woman, fled a war-torn country in hopes for safety and refuge. On her journey with her husband and 2 children, she faced countless struggles. The first hike led them to Turkey, where they would board a ship with 40 others packed together in hopes for the Mediterranean Sea. The days were not easy here. Health and safety was not guaranteed, nor was a better future at the end of it all. After 45 treacherous hours, the family finally entered a Greek island, Milos, which was unfortunately miles off course from where they had previously hoped to land. Soon they trekked to find Athens without assistance or protection. Along the way, the family was detained by police, warning them to stay away from Athens and return to their homeland. It had finally set in for the family. They would have to split up. Her husband set out northwards to find an asylum and report back to the family if he had done so. But the mother and children settled in an informal refugee where conditions increasingly worsened. To this day, Jahan hopes to reunite with her husband and not only find a home but an education for her children. To many, this story would seem impossible, but what you still do not know is that Jahan and her husband are both legally blind. What Jahan still worries is if her children will escape their past of Syria and see a better future. In Syria, more than 250,000 people have lost their lives due to the Syrian civil war. In March of 2011, college students protesting a democratic government were arrested and killed due to them expressing revolutionary slogans on themselves and school walls. This unrest triggered protests nationwide that began to spread rapidly across the country. Soon events became more violent as oppressors acquired weapons and fought back against the government. By 2013, more than 90,000 had been killed, with the conflict not only between just President Assad, but religious groups. Countries worldwide have tried stepping in between the conflict in hopes to end it. Due to such tense times, more than 4 million people have fled Syria, with a further 7.6 million Syrians being displaced throughout the country. Through this conflict, terrorist groups have capitalized on the chaos by orchestrating and furthering their own agendas. These groups, such as Al-Qaeda, have taken control of territory across northern and east of Syria, as well as neighboring Iraq. For President Assad, he is still pushing for his totalitarian government and is attacking democratic ideals in any way he can, even using chemical weapons. For the people, it is heartbreaking to see what their country has come to. Neighboring countries such as Lebanon, Jordan, and Turkey have done as much as they can do to help those fleeing Syria. Unfortunately, it seems now that those seeking refuge may be turned away due to little space and over-occupancy. In 2014, the UN appealed for $8.4 billion to help the 18 million Syrians displaced around the world. But unfortunately, less than half was funded. It is difficult to say what solution is able to come out of such a devastating war, and how those whom have fled will be helped nationwide. As of now, the most important thing for us to do as a nation is to help those in need and donate to various refugee relief organizations. Although we may not be able to help end the war with Syria and resolve their troubles, we can help the civilians that have been injured and vacated from their homes during the times of war. Now is the time to help.